What's going on, YouTubers? So I'm gonna do a quick video, and I'll do a follow-up later. I'm just making a run to the local post office, and it's a shitstorm. There's tons and tons of people. Everyone has something to mail off. I don't know if it's just the first of the month or they're sending packages or receiving, but the post office is like a Walmart parking lot. The coronavirus. I hear a lot of arguments on it's not that bad as last year. As you know, last year was 62,000 people died from the flu, and I hear you on that. And then I hear the argument, well, they didn't shut the country down. Here's the problem. Here's something to think about. And while your thinking is here, it's not wrong. It's not wrong, but you need to see past that and look at it from a bigger scale. And what I mean by that is, think about this. In the past, if you got the flu, you or I or whoever, and you got sick, what did you do? You went to your doctor, they gave you a flu shot, whatever flu shot was out at that point, and that was that, and you went home, or you took some type of other shot, all right, to make you feel better. No big deal. People, society still function. You went out and about and so forth. Here's the problem. There is no vaccine for this coronavirus that's going on right now. There is not a vaccine that you can go and say, hey, I got the coronavirus. Can I get a shot? There is no shot. And while people will say, well, I'll take my chances. You know, I still want to go to the bar. I still want to go to the church. I still want to go out in public. That's my effing prerogative. That's fine and dandy. And you may not get affected by the coronavirus. You may have it, not even know it. I may have it. Your neighbor may have it. Your loved one may have it, and that not even know it, and not even show symptoms of it. Here's the problem. If you're a carrier of the virus and you're out and about and you're not impacted, that's fine and dandy for you. But you could be infecting somebody else. And you may have a circle of friends that say, okay, we all have the virus, but we're fine, and you want to hang out. Great. But then you take that same attitude and you go to other places, and this store and that store, and go to the bar and go to the bowling alley and go to the pool house and go wherever, and you infect more people. By not sheltering in place, you're actually helping spread the virus. Again, it is about your liberties and freedoms, but you have to see past that. You have to see it on a bigger scale. And when we get to that bridge, we will cross it, certainly together, because we're all going to be facing that. So for anyone to think that you're taking away your liberties, your freedoms, your First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third, look at it at a bigger scale. It's bigger than you and I. It's bigger than right now people's freedoms. Unfortunately, because everybody's being impacted, there is no cure for this right now. And I would challenge anybody that says, I'm not afraid, I'm willing to take that chance and blah, blah, blah. Go volunteer at the hospital so that you can see this firsthand. Go sit next to somebody that's coughing up their lungs, not knowing if they have the corona. And let me ask you then, how do you still feel? Do you still feel safe? Do you feel okay? Because the problem is, when you get sick, and you may say, well, it's my right, I choose to, take a chance. And you're laying in the hospital in that bed all alone with no loved ones, and they're saying there is no cure for this, so you're going to have to stay here until you're well, or it's going to kill you altogether. Your thought on this whole, well, I want to be out and about and be free, and you're still free. It's just, you have to look at it on a bigger scale, that it's bigger than you and I. It's bigger than your individual rights. And yes, you can still go. I can still go to the post office. I can go to the store. I can go to the drive-thru here. There is really no place for me to go, even though I can get up in my truck or my vehicle and go somewhere. The stores are pretty much closed. The restaurants are shut down except for the drive-thru. The parks are pretty much shut down in my area. I don't know about your area. Any type of social gathering that you could be around other people, they're pretty much shut that down. Do I like it? No. Do I want it to go away and be? Yes, just like the next person. But I'm looking at it on a bigger scale, bigger picture, that it's bigger than you and I. It's not about my personal freedoms and what I want to do and this and that, or that I'm missing out on loved ones. I have not been seeing any of my family members, maybe 2 outside of my house. And that's only because I go and check up on my grandfather, and I have another relative that happens to live there. When I see them, I see them, but I don't go knocking on the door like, hey, what's going on? That's it. I don't go see friends. I don't go see family. I keep in contact through social media. And I would encourage you to do the same. And I don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. But for anyone that thinks this is about your individual, your freedoms, your rights, your liberties, your free will to do what you want, right now, you still have those freedoms. But because of this shelter in place, this lockdown, this mandatory, whatever you want to call it, it is impacting all of us. It's not just you. And so for anyone to think it's affecting my life, it's affecting my way of living, my freedoms, you're not alone. It's impacting all of us. We're all getting frustrated. We're all tired. We're all frustrated. We all want to see our loved ones. We all want to be around friends again and drinking beer at the campfire and shaking hands and giving high fives. Right now, we can't do those things. And I would encourage you to do your part, stay home, or if you do get out, stay away from other people. Just do your part. I know some of you are going to argue with me. I know you're going to say, well, that's your effing right. You're right. I can't control that. But I don't want to get sick. I don't want to take my chances. If it means shelter in place and not having the free will to go out and do something, honestly, there's nowhere for me to go. There's no bars I can go to. There's no social events. There's no concerts, not that I go to those. There's no place that's populated with other people for me to hang out. Even if I could go there, it's closed. The parking lots are empty. Unless you want to see people, you go to Walmart or your grocery store or the post office. It's bigger than you and I, guys. Stop this notion that it's just you and it's my right and my freedom. I get it. It's bigger than you and I. And if you want to see this through and see it to the end and see it over the hill, shelter in place, wash your hands, stay away from, if you can stay home and work, great. If you can't, unfortunately not everyone can stay home and work. They may end up making us go in as well. I'm lucky right now to be able to work from home, but it's frustrating, even for me, and I have to go on walks. It's trying times for all of us. We're all getting impatient. I see it in the line. I saw an old lady the other day get in the line trying to skip in front of everyone, thinking it was the early elderly hours, and it was already late in the afternoon, and they said, you got to go to the back of the line. She's like, oh, hell no. And she put her basket right there and walked back to her car. Walked all the way from her car to the middle of the line to walk all the way back and get nothing. You got to get in line. You got to get up early. You got to pay your dues. We are all frustrated. We all are tired of this lifestyle that we're living now. People are going to die. More people are going to die. And it probably won't hit most of you until somebody close to you that you love gets hit with this. And you're like, hey, take them to the hospital. There's no vaccine. What are you going to do? If there was a vaccine, guys, we'd all be out and about, take our chances. If I got it, hey, you know what? Call my doctor, need to go in, get a shot, end of story. We move on. This is like no other virus that we've experienced in our lifetime. Not that there hadn't been plagues in the past, because there have. But in our lifetime, most of us that can remember that far back, this is a history in all of our lives, in the world, that we're hopefully going to live through. It's bigger than you and I, guys. Right out.